Good morning, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, I'm just going to do a random reading for you. So I want to say quickly, happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there that have had their birthdays today. If today's your birthday, happy birthday to you. I'm doing this on my birthday, right? Halloween. Happy Halloween to all of you. And happy birthday to all of those of you that are to follow yet. Felt the need. I don't know. It felt the need to get a video out to you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I said in the collective slash Scorpio read that I did the other day, I felt like there was a message for Scorpio in that specifically, but yet it was something that everybody could take something from. And, I don't know. I've just got this feeling, and Spirit's like, sit your ass down and do this thing. So here I am. Real quick, channel memberships, if you guys are part of that group, and thank you for being a part of that group, goal was to get these out every Wednesday, and I will moving forward as well, but this week it's going to be a little delayed. Just, there's been a lot going on for me. Nothing bad, just a lot happening, and there's only so much of me to go around, and I am also, as you know, if you've been here for a while, I tend to do things around what Spirit guides me to do, and instead of doing that today, we're doing this. So I trust that Spirit is giving me the information that we need at the time that we need it. That's just how I operate. So thank you for your patience in the channel memberships. If you are interested in joining, there's been some question too, like on some things I can find it on the community page. Others, you have to kind of scroll through some things there too. So check out the channel, go through the tabs. You should be able to locate it that way. I know it's a little vague, but it's not that big. So there's that. To everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and donated to the channel, thank you all so very much for the ways that you support the channel and myself. It is greatly appreciated. As always, you've made year number 38 for me fabulous, and I appreciate and love all of you, and I'm looking forward to what the next year brings on this solar return for me. So best birthday gift ever for me is just to be able to do this. So I wanted to share this with all of you, right, as Spirit came in this morning for me. And then to those of you who have booked personal reads, thank you so very much. I know there's been a little confusion about dates and times, and we're getting it all sorted out. So it's just been a week. I've got some other things going on too that I have to take care of that have been a bit pressing. So, and things come up too, right? I'm human. I'm one woman running a whole ship here in multiple ways. So please bear with me, folks. But if you are interested in personal reads, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page, and I will be happy to get you scheduled. So email is in the tabs below. There we go. So what I was going to say, something else. What was it? Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you, Spirit. I talked about the dreams the other day, and it's been coming up on and off, and here we are. The veil is as thin as it gets. And then we have the new moon in the new moon in Scorpio today as well. So I don't know. I just feel like there's something here, Scorpio, for you all that is very important. Pay attention. Pay so close of attention to your dreams, because the Spirit is saying for the next 3 weeks, you're going to start, like, if you haven't already gotten downloads and dreams and whatnot, they're coming. I will tell you, as a person myself, like doing what I do, my most precious sleep, I think, comes during this time of the year. Interrupted with downloads in Spirit, and I, as a psychic medium too, I will have other people from the other side, if you will, visit me, and I have these conversations with them. It's the wildest thing, but it's something I've been doing for years, and without intention, they just, here you go, Nicole, we know you can hear us, let's talk. So just be aware if you're getting anything like that. Note that sometimes these messages are specifically for you. Other times these messages are something that they want to be heard, right? I've talked about, like, the spirit world in the past, that they're like kids who they want to be heard. They know who's tuned in, who's not tuned in. So Spirit's saying, don't be freaked out by any communication that's coming in from things you're just unaware of, because it's not bad. It's not demonic. It's not, someone's cursed your life and taking over. They're just, they need to be heard. Okay. And that was something that I had to learn many years ago, that it's not, I'm not into like ghost hunting and that thing. It's not really my thing. Have I been a part of things like that? Yes. Very, very unique, but it's not quite my thing. It's more speaking to those who have passed on. And so too, if any of you are not aware, I'm a psychic medium, and I do a lot of channeling with people that have already went to the other side, if you will. So that is also something that that's been a thing for pretty much my entire life. So just know that they just want to be heard. They may have a message for you somehow. They may have a message for you to give to somebody else. Just be aware of that, okay? It's not a bad thing. But also protect your energy and go, listen, it's 3 a.m. I need sleep. Let me be. I know Sally down the road can hear you. And I've done that too, going, look, this has been nuts tonight. I need some sound sleep. So, yeah, just be aware. Just be aware. I enjoy having those conversations with them. Sometimes it becomes a little much. Okay, so, but we all do things differently. We all channel differently. We all get downloads differently. So just be open to Spirit saying protecting your energy, but also being a conduit as well, if that's for you. All right, so Scorpio, we're gonna get a message. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't get any like pre-downloads or anything like that. I got this feeling in my gut, right? You guys know I'm far more an intuitive reader than I use the cards. There's something. There's something. I don't know what something is, but it's something, and it might be something on a couple of different levels. So we're gonna just jump into it here. Let me organize here. I didn't really organize. I'm like, sit down. Or Spirit was like, sit down, and I'm like, I'm sitting down, right? I'm gonna sit down and do this thing. So I really wasn't organized, but you guys see me unorganized all the time. This is real life. This is real life. This is real tarot. This is the way it really goes around here. So, all right. And part of my morning sniffles, I don't know about for all of you, but as far as back as I can remember, I've had snow on my birthday. I've had rain and chilly, and here today on Trick or Treat, it's going to be 80 damn degrees. So we'll be overdressed and hot, as you see in my lion suit the other day. I'll be sweating my tail feathers or my tail off and my ears and whiskers, but it's all good. All right, Spirit, let's get to it. For Scorpio, what? Okay, so Spirit's telling me, this is interesting. There's something going on. An overall card and then 2 subsiding cards. So there's going to be like three messages. Okay, Spirit, thank you. There will be fine details that they need to know. Don't exclude anything. Okay. All right. I trust the Spirit is telling us exactly what we need to know, as always. It almost feels like suspense. It's like the shark in Jaws. You know, and here he comes. There goes the boat. I don't know why I want to put it that way, but okay. As I say that, the garbage truck just made a loud sound. They're going down the road. All right, let's see here. Spirit is saying that everything is a message. They're really on it this week, and I completely understand why. Playful and movement. Hang on. Hey, as you know, animals, what are you doing? Stay out of the girls' room. Not full stuffed animals. All right. Scorpio, overall here, fragment energy. It gives me this feeling of Spirit. This is also 15, which is the card in the tarot deck, which is the devil, right? The devil energy coming out in this. This is something, you know, I'm going to put it this way. As you guys know, you've been with me. I'm pretty to the point. Anything looks good with a pretty bow around it, right? Like, oh, look at that sparkling bow. Look at the wrapping paper. It's beautiful. Talk about gifts, right? I'm going to be mean. Dog shit looks pretty too, wrapped up in a pretty box with a ribbon on it, and you can't see what it is. So, all right, let's see here. What else? What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? What else for movement coming out sideways? Don't get tripped up, Scorps. Don't get tripped up on whatever this is, belonging. Some of you, side message to this as well, and part of this is don't get tripped up in any movement forward, for one. Number 2, this relates to home life somehow. Spirit is saying this is going to be a radio frequency, that vibrational energy, right? What you're tuning into, that you're going to have to tune into. as I've mentioned in the past, Jerry and Esther Hicks Abraham. We've got to tune that dial. We don't want to hear fuzz. We don't want to hear bullshit. Get straight to the message, right? And Spirit, and some of them are going, get to it, Nicole, 10 minutes in. You need to be a clear channel, Scorpio. And there's something coming in here in tandem with this devil energy that may slow you down, and you're going to want to be very cautious of that, okay? But this is also, again, pertaining to house, home, maybe family. Spirit saying people coming back around. So, okay, Scorpio, and there's the hope card. That makes me feel better and confidence. Scorpio, I'm going to tell you, you have learned some very valuable lessons in the last 5+ years, maybe your entire life, right? Like, but it gives me like a 5-year period is how Spirit is addressing this. And with that, it's like you have learned a lot, and I think this might be a pause. Sorry, I'm trying to get adjusted here. This may be some sort of pause for you to have to reflect back upon some things. And you think about it. Our birthdays come, we look back over the past year, and we're like, okay, where have I been? What have I done? Am I happy with where I am? Would I do things differently? It's my new year for my, my season. Where do I begin again? Okay. And New Year's thing, right? New year, new me, right? That whole vibe. So Scorpio, I do feel like there's a lot of positivity that comes after this fuckery. Just be aware, right? In Scorpio, would it be any different ever? No. But when we talk about your birthday season, maybe family pops up, friends pop up, people from the past pop up because, oh, it's Scorpio's birthday. I wonder what Scorpio's doing. Hi, happy birthday. How you been? I miss your face. Do you? And I'm not saying don't take, nice gestures to heart and, oh, thanks, right? Like, I appreciate that. But are they sincere? Okay, so just really be aware of that. But your confidence, Scorpio, you're exuding confidence in yourself, which is much needed. And finally, at last, we're feeling the vibe. But, I think it's funny. 2 6s on the bottom. Confidence and loyalty here, forbidden. This is something, Scorpio, I fucking knew it. This is somebody or something, Spirit is saying there's that belonging in the deceit card, that you have let go of. So I'm going to make this clear, metaphorically speaking, actually speaking, right? This could be somebody from the past that you are familiar with, Scorpio. This can also be somebody that you are familiar with that presents itself as a different person, right? So like, oh geez, Spirit is hitting me over the head. So this person could show up that you actually do know from the past and go, I've changed, life is great, how are you, I miss you, let's reconcile. Excuse me? You were a horrible human being. Do I want to reconcile with you? Fuck no. Thanks for the birthday wish. See you later. Others of you, you don't know this person, but they show up. And they look a lot like the past. But you have, with this movement card, this fragments, this is a highlight to toxicity, patterns, behaviors, people, places, things. Be aware. Okay? You are familiar with this type of devil. So, there's that, right? All right. They all link together, Scorpio, but here lies the problem, Spirit says, with this fragment energy. What deck do we want to use? I don't even know. What is this? I don't know. Okay. We're gonna go with this. I forget what this one's called. I've had it for such a long time. I don't know. I can't remember. But it's a good deck. All right. Let's see. What is this fragment energy about, Spirit, for Scorpio? Timing. Spirit just said to you, timing is whatever you need it to be. I said this has to do with home, family, that kind of thing. Your foundational energy. 1441 on the clock. 4 of Wands. Scorpio, you could have lived with this person before. This person, there's some tie to home. Whether they want to live with you, they want to do whatever with you. There's a very specific comfortability with the Four Wands. There's celebration, there's successes. It's building these four pillars of foundational hope. Here's the thing, Scorps. Even if you don't know this person, right? They could be looking for some handouts. Also, part of that too is that in this relationship or situation from the past, Scorpio, you were the one to do the work. They could have like been playing a subpar role to you, right? You kind of leading the way, forging the path forward, doing the damn thing. And they would do things. It's like having that partner in life that you run the brunt of the housework, and every now and again they might take the garbage out and you're like, well, gee, thanks. I've done everything else today. That's the least you could do. It's kind of giving me that vibe. And Scorpio, I think that you've learned balance in not necessarily having expectations of other people, but just knowing what you're willing to do and put in versus what the requirements are of the person or people that you're dealing with. It doesn't matter if it's romantic or platonic. Scorpio, it's Spirit is saying you've set a standard now after all the things that you've gone through, right? You've set a standard of living and a standard of being, and there's a standard of the people that you're willing to deal with, put up with, or involve yourself with. So, since whatever this was, a past cycle or whatever, you have set a standard of doing and being, not only for yourself, but for those around you. And it's like, I need you to show up appropriately. You can't just willy-nilly it anymore, Scorpio. And, so you've learned a lot. Scorpio, the Tower. I'm going to tell you, if you all feel like you're, I don't want to say all of you, because I know not all of you are feeling this way. But if you feel like you are finally in a place where the fear has subsided, you've put life together, things are feeling it and looking pretty good, again, feeling confident about things, the Tower comes out. This could catch you by surprise. This is unexpected. This is falsified foundations being ripped out from underneath you or whoever you're dealing with. Scorpio, I feel like for a lot of you, this is a past lesson. But the thing about this is typically I would read these at the direction of Spirit as past, present, future kind of feel, right? How does it flow? And it does flow in one way. But the thing that's different about the way that they've had me lay out the cards and the energy that's coming in is, I said, it's like one card, Spirit said, and then the subs, or however I said that now, I don't even know because they were the ones who gave me the word, subcategories basically of these other two cards that they asked me to lay down. This fragment energy sticks out like a sore thumb to me to go pay attention. So you've basically got the Devil, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. This is blowing away expectations of, and I'm going to say not in a good way. Like this, well, yes and no, good and bad. You've learned not to have expectations of people, but in the same breath, it's like your expectations in the past where you got tied up in this expectational part. Thank you, Google Assistant. They just told me happy birthday. Fantastic. Last place I expected a happy birthday from, but thank you, Google. This is, again, unexpected, Scorpio. You don't see how the, like, even why, Spirit is saying even why this is showing up. Scorpio, just look deep within on this. Look deep within, because it's like you're finally satisfied with where you're coming. And I think at some point too, or where you're going, I mean, and even in the here and now. But I also think that at some point in your life, there was something about this very toxic environment that felt like home. And remember, we've had these conversations before that home isn't always a good place. You know, it depends on the environment in which you grew up in. What was home like? And are you familiar and comfortable with that because you know how to deal with that devil? This was something very similar. Scorpio, something here is coming back up with those 2 6s that, actually there's 3 6s here, holy shit. Typically, I don't see that in a bad light. Right now, I'm not feeling so great about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, don't freak out about it. And I'm not even saying freak out about this, but there is something here that is like, heads up. You know, it's like you finally get your bearings about you. You know, let's just say, like, as an example, you've had that romantic partner for years. It took everything in you to finally get up and go. You get up and you leave, and you're finally feeling stable and grounded and put together. And here they show up at your door, and they're like, I really just want to talk to you. And your heart drops. Like, I just got over this, and how dare you show up? Okay, Scorpio, this could be another person in a very similar energy to that prior person. Again, friend, family, lover, it doesn't matter. Where you're like, I'm good, and then this thing shows up, and you're like, fuck me. Like, really, this is a thing now? Like, I've never been better in my life, and, or I'm healing from the past. Ace of Wands, the Chariot. Like, I've taken this desire to move forward, and now you show up. Well, too bad you couldn't do that how long ago? 21/12 on the clock. There could have been some, again, with this person, toxicity, addictions, lies, third parties. There could have been anything attached to it, and I do think that this, whether, again, old devil, new devil, same sort of energy, temperance here. I love I love these kinds of folks. I've healed, Scorpio. I've changed. My life is changing. Life is good. I'm moving on. I'm moving forward. Things are great. Trust me. If I have to tell you to trust me, there's a problem. Like, I shouldn't have to say that to you. Trust is built. It's not given. Right? And 7 of Cups, Scorpio, they're coming in with this, what's new, what's pretty, what entertains me kind of behavior, thought process, emotional. They're emotionally not sound. Like, you've got somebody in the 7 of Cups going, here, let me give you this fuckery that I'm dealing with. I'm reviewing all of these options, and I don't even know that I'm reviewing it. I'm just going to pluck one off the shelf today and see if that works for me. It's like someone who's grabbing, you know, if you got a puzzle sitting down and you've got all the pieces laid out, and you're not really looking to see if that would match up with the particular piece that you're looking for, but you're like, I'm going to try this. It's like a little kid trying all these different pieces, trying to figure out what fits, you know, if it fits, where. And this person is not looking, they're not discerning, they're not reviewing, they're not paying attention. They're just grabbing pieces and going, let's see if that works. Let's see it, you know, throwing it down. Does that fit? Nope. Okay, try the next one. Try the next one. Are they trying to find a friend that's going to feed their needs? Are they trying to find a family member who's going to feel sorry and throw them a pity party? Is this an ex-lover or a new lover that's going, I'm an emotional fucking wreck, but I need someone to fill that emotional void for me? Help, 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 help. Scorpio, you're familiar with this. But here they are. I've got an offer for you. I've got 7 of Cups that I have no idea what's in any of them. I have no idea what's even going on in my world, but I'm going to give that away so you can join me in this. And they're coming in pretty fucking hot, Scorps. 8 of Wands. They got a lot to tell you. 3 of Cups. Some of them could be making excuses too, for past behaviors. People even, it's like, you know, you ever deal with somebody and it's kind of like, you know, you could say guilt by association, where, you know, maybe an ex-lover or a friend, family member, it's like they hung out with that one person that it changed who they were. You know, they fell into that. They became a follower instead of a leader, and it changed their whole personality. And you're like, I can't be around you if you're around this person. Like, it gives me the ick, right? So you just, if that's who you're going to associate yourself with, like, that's not for me, and I need to back up here. They're making excuses as to why, whether this is a prior romantic partner or this friend. Oh no, it's just not the same. Scorpio, it is still the same in some way. They either haven't healed from whatever this is, in regards to that third party person or situation. And further to that, this is taking a rest. Spirit is saying it's that situation still exists, but it's on a break. So let's just say you had a romantic, I think we can all relate to love pretty easily, right? So we've had a romantic partner and they kept messing with the ex-girlfriend from 15 years ago, and all of a sudden they're sick of her, they're not doing this anymore, and Scorpio, they show up at your door or a text, or you're in your DMs, and they're like, oh, I miss you, Scorpio, happy birthday, I'm reminiscing about all these times in these ways, or whatever the hell it is. And it's not because they genuinely give a shit, Scorps, so let's be real. It's because they're on a timeout from the other things that distract them. Seven of Cups is distraction. It's whatever is bright, shiny, and new. It's emotional confusion. It's emotional voids. It's seeking anything that is going to fill that void. Scorpio, Spirit, you know this. You take one look at this situation and the red flags and the alarm bells and the bombs and the rockets are going off the tower, right? Like, hello, you can't miss this. If you wanted to. Scorpio, use your discernment. And what concerns me to this with you all is the fact that this movement comes out sideways. As you know, if you have followed me, I read my cards in that position. You're not moving, and yet you're not standing still, but something has created a pause in this energy. This says, Scorpio, just let me, it's like you're stopping to think about it. Have they changed? Are they better? Is this person for real? Did they magically appear at my door? Are they going to love me? Are they going to do everything that I wanted as I was moving forward from this past, confidently moving on in my life? Is this really what I've asked for? Is it finally happening? Is it that unrequited love is all of a sudden fabulous and we're gonna make amends? Is this family member really gonna show up? Is dad from 20 years ago when you were a kid or more than that really gonna stand up and be the father that he should have been from day one? You really have to ask yourself why this person is showing up. And I think that there is this wounding within you that goes, this is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always needed. Here it is. No, not at all. You're not, this temperance coming out with the tower, you're not done healing. And it's fine that you're not. But this is to use your darndest discernment. Spirit is also saying Capricorn. So some of you, this could be in relation to a Capricorn. Some of you, Spirit also, you could have a Capricorn moon. They could have a Capricorn moon. So be aware of that. But Scorpio, it's going to require your lioness strength to move past this point, okay? I love it. I'm having my morning birthday coffee with you all. Love it. It's fabulous. All right. Let's see. What else is this Spirit for Scorpio? This movement. This is pertaining to the moon. I'm looking here at this temperance card with a moon. I'm done. Put a fork in me. I said what I said. I meant what I said. Here comes another six of cups. Wheel of Fortune, 6 of cups, Scorpio. Just when the cogs in the wheel, the cogs in the clock are on this forward momentum, we're finally gaining traction. We're moving, we're doing, we're seeing, we're conquering. Boom. Let me come in and say I'm sorry. Even if this is somebody new, Scorpio, if you've been, I'm going to say seeing somebody, because if this is a new person coming into your life, and they've had to apologize within the first couple of weeks, red flag. It's one thing if it's like a little mishap around the timing, let's meet for dinner at 6 and they had a confusing day at work and it's 6:30. You can let the first time slide. Becomes a pattern, that's another issue. But this is something that, why within a few weeks are we apologizing? Why are we even to that point? Because if this is how this is starting, can you imagine where it's going to go? Do the crime and then ask for forgiveness later? Like, what? Scorpio, Wheel of Fortune. This is divinely, Spirit, divinely challenging yet fated. Something is coming in to highlight for you something from the past. And, you know, this Six of Cups, you know, it's not quite as, this card isn't quite as beautiful as you would see the traditional Six of Cups. I mean, you look at this guy's face. Spirit is also saying with that note, read the body language of this person. Like, you're going to be able, in Scorpio, you're extremely intuitive. You're going to be able to read their expression more than their words will ever say, because they hold back. Except for when they're in trouble. Do you see his face? Do you see how, like, oh gosh, I need to correct something here. I'm so sorry. Look at my face. I'm so sad, Scorpio. Help me help you, Scorpio, even though I'm wrong. You see all the fog and the smoke. There's illusions in that, right? There's something that is not being, Spirit saying, unequivocally broadcasted for the matter of the truth. So there you go. Three of Cups. Four of Swords. Seven of Swords. Listen, somebody else is sick of their shit. So, I don't know, maybe you've got a mom, a dad who you got issues with still, and your sister or brother have taken that parent under their wing and loved them mercilessly, if that's a word, if I'm saying that correctly. And now, like, all of a sudden, the thing that you and your brother or sister used to fight over about mom or dad, you're like, go ahead, have them. You'll see. Guess what? They see. That's why they're coming back around now, because someone else is sick of their shit. Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, the Three of Cups. There you go. Page of Swords. Somebody else sees their shit for what it is. They're done. They're fed up. They're over it. They don't want to deal with this anymore. So here they come, Scorps. Offering that Ace of Cups to anybody who's going to take them in. Are you picking up stray animals this week? Because, or next week, or for the next 3 weeks, or whatever it is? Because you're gonna bring the cat in the house that's covered in fleas and disease. Compare this person to a cat with fleas and disease. That's what you're getting. Seriously. Horrible way to put it, I know, right? But it is what it is, right? Let's call a spade, as they say. So, you know, it's like laying down, I don't know why they're showing me do I even have a deck? Just the traditional card deck. They're like, if it's a heart, it's a heart. If it's a spade, it's a spade. If it's a diamond, it's a diamond. If it's a club, it's a club. Like, I don't know what cards have to, like, physical, or not physical, but, like a traditional playing deck of cards has to do with anything. But that's how they're showing it to me. They're showing me the emblems of the traditional card decks in that connotation. Spirit, the spade is the shovel. They're digging themselves a hole. Hand them the shovel and let them keep digging somewhere else. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. All right, one more card on this. This person, like, all of a sudden I've got this crazy, there's like a mass anxiety, Scorpio. It's after you call them out. Like, you're, you know, where you would, as I say that, send them away, Scorpio. Like, there's something within you. Here's the thing, that nervousness that all of a sudden I got in, like, the pit of my stomach. I feel super anxious. They know that you can see through them. Let's start with that. They know you can see through them. And, hold on. On top of that, so they've got this nervousness going, is Scorpio going to let me back in? Or is Scorpio, if it's somebody new, going to let me in at all? Because there's something about you. Hold on. Can you hear the noise in the background? The animals are acting crazy. The dog scratch and the cat scratch. And hold on a second. All right, let's see how long the piece lasts now. This nervousness that is within you is striking up, you know, some people would say, oh, I've got butterflies. There's good butterflies, there's bad butterflies, Scorpio. This person, I feel like, is really good at throwing adult temper tantrums. Just gonna pout and take my toy and go home kind of thing. you're not showing up super open to this initially. Keep it that way, please, for the sake of your own self. And this makes them nervous, that you're not really open to what it is that they're trying to give to you. On top of that, they're nervous because they sense something within you that makes them fearful that you're going to reject this, which may make them try even harder. Or, I think the majority of them are going to throw a temper tantrum. I'm hearing from Spirit, why don't you believe me? Do you really not believe me? It's like they're trying to almost like gaslight you to believe a story that they're even 8. They're trying to gaslight you to believe their own lies. It's like somebody who lies so much and they believe themselves. Like, as they're selling this line of bullshit to you, they're almost trying to convince themselves that that's how they feel about whatever this is. And it's not emotionally stable. It's not emotionally balanced. It's not nurturing. It's selfish. This Six of Cups, this Queen of Cups in the reverse with the Four of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Like, why can't we move past this, Scorpio? I'm so sorry. You have got to be kidding me. Like this, Scorpio, I feel like, you may not with this Tower realize this is coming, but it's here. This is a random thing Spirit just brought into me. If this is like an ex-partner, talk about like crude and brash like statements, like misogynistic. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But they could have said something, if you are a feminine, they could have said something to you about childbearing hips in the past, if you're familiar with this person. I don't know why. It's really kind of gross. Like, that's the way you would view a person. Like, have we made jokes? Yeah, I've got those hips as women. Yeah, of course we have. In some way. I mean, hell, that's part of our structure, right? Our DNA. But for someone to look at you in the sense of objectivity and say something like that, like, what the fuck is that, man? That's demeaning. It's disgusting. Tells me really what you think of me, kind of thing, right? Like, I don't know. That's not for all of you. That was very specific. But for some of you, like, they've made some crude statements that they're not, it's almost like offhanded comments, or, Spirit is also saying like offhanded compliments too. Like, that's, you can't just say something nice, but you'll say something like that, but then it's like they follow it up with something nice. Well, this is what I meant, honey. What? It's fucked. It's what it is. Four of Cups, Five of Swords. On this hope. Scorpio, this is, again, two-sided. Like, do not dash your own hopes of moving forward. Do not dash, or they're hoping that you don't dash their hopes of moving forward with you. And I'm going to tell you, it's a falsified victory if you do move into this with whomever this is. Like, every grimy, sleazy card that I'm not a fan of, I think I've just about seen here. I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. So what is this hope about for Scorpio? Nine of Cups. What did I just said? So the other day, somebody had put in the comments, Scorpio, this moon cycle, the next 2 weeks, most certainly, pay attention, listen to me, listen to yourself, more importantly. Like, I said the other day, someone put in the comments, somebody else, but I knew, I went back and I actually, like, looked for the song. It was Leona Lewis. Bleeding Love, I think is what it was, is the actual name of the song. And it's coming up again. Okay, so this could have been something, or could be something, if you've not experienced it yet, that you could have felt hopeful. Like, oh, this is finally a thing. Yay. In my life, no matter what the situation is, right? Love is involved in everything, or at least we should have genuine authentic love coming in for everything. Again, that 9 of Cups, like, oh, happy joy, right? I'm sorry, the dog's acting a fool. Knock it off. Yeah, you got her, didn't you? Anyhow, leave the cat alone, please. This bleeding love song, it's like you could have given so much love to people in the past. Maybe you have given so much love even to this maybe potential new person, or thinking about doing that. Halt, stop, abort mission, Scorps. But something here is clouding your judgment right now. Like, that hope is like this hopeful optimism that maybe it will be different, right? And I'm certainly not trying to be a Debbie Downer, because, Scorpio, you are a hopeless romantic. Like it or not, deep down within, it lives there. So I don't want to see in the comments, oh no, I'm sick of it, I'm over it. Listen, if the right situation came into your world and loved you in all the ways that you want to be loved, you would be there for it. Okay, so no negative Nancy shit in the comments. I love you all, but no. We come here in this experience for genuine love and connection, not just romantic. Okay, if you think about it, if you could have the perfect mom or perfect dad to show up in the way that you always needed him to, would you step into that? Hell yeah, because that inner child has always wanted that from that person. Okay, so I want you to think about that before you go, no, it's not for me. Really discern that information, okay? But something here is clouding your judgment. And this person's trying to pull you into their clouded judgment and their crazy ways of thinking. Oh my God, the 3 of Cups again. This 3 of Cups will not leave the underlying. No matter how many times I shuffle, 41 on the clock. It's there. It won't go away. 2 of Wands. You've got a decision to make, Scorpio. You got a big decision to make. What direction are you going to go? Are you going to truly leave this behind once and for all, Spirit is saying, or are you going to reinvest in this shit? 9 of Swords comes rolling out. Scorpio, the moon. Time and distance in this, Scorps, is required. The world, if you pass this test, and I've heard different people say, oh, a test, and I've even signed, like, I hate to go, the universe is testing us, but that is exactly what the universe does. Call it for what it is. And, that's the thing, like, talking about, like, the playing cards and what, call things for what they are. Don't let fear, the subconscious, right, the moon, cloud your judgment because you can't see. The new moon is dark, right? Like, it's dark. It's not bright. It's not lit up. It's darkness. Without the moonlight at night, we have a hard time seeing. So there's something here that you're not seeing about this situation. And Spirit's going, give it 2 weeks. What's in 2 weeks? The full moon. Don't jump to a conclusion. That 2 of Wands, 2, right? 2s. Don't jump into a situation or partnership. Don't jump into something head first without being able to see it for exactly what it is. Give it time. Be patient. Because in due time, this moon, that's a full moon. Look, all the light is on that moon. Their moon energy is going to show. You're going to see who they are. Keep them at an arm's length, Scorpio. There's the 3 of Wands. Until you can close this out altogether, because your perspective on this situation, given a couple of weeks, is going to significantly change. They're not as stable and put together as they present themselves to be. And I'm going to say this, and God knows, right? Like, I know, God knows, get out of stuff. You're going to hold on a minute, Missy. I'm going to use the addiction, right? Because it's something that's touched, I think, all of our lives in some way. We all know somebody, you've been there ourselves, whatever it is. When we decide to, get clean, those first couple weeks are extremely pivotal. So, you have someone who struggled with addiction maybe, and they're coming in and they're going, I'm going to do it this time. And God, I hope they do, because that is just an awful journey to be on. But it takes time to see the results. And even then, it's something that they will deal with for the rest of their lives. But time has got to be a factor in that. Patterns, behaviors change. People don't change overnight, period. Go lay down. People don't change overnight. So if this is even a partnership that you've been in for how long and you've seen change, and how many people do I hear say, oh, everything was great for the first week and a half and then boom, the wheels fell off again. And Scorps, even if this is a new person, give it time. Don't rush into anything. You don't need to rush into anything. You rush into something, you are going to relive an old cycle of the past that you don't want to relive. Take your time. And I feel like your gut knows it. Your gut feels it. Pay attention to that. It's imperative because, it's like you have gained so much confidence in yourself in this last cycle. Don't let somebody else come in and derail that for you. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust your gut. Trust your intuition. If somebody's come in and you're just like, fuck no, initially, and then they wear you down, if they're wearing you down from the start, can you imagine what a relationship might look like? Can you imagine what a family situation at Christmas dinner is going to be like? Can you imagine how much that friend is going to take advantage of you in the future? Scorpio, you're starting a new year for yourself. You have built yourself up. You are self-made. Don't give that away. Don't give that shit away. Okay, you've worked too hard, you've come too far. Don't give it away. They either show up correct or they turn around. Don't show up at all. We're good here. Okay? Like, y'all have somebody coming back around in some way, whether it's via a new person that shows the same characteristics and traits, or if it is not, then it is somebody from the past. Romantic or platonic. Be mindful, okay? Advice. I really do try to keep these within a half an hour, and I can't. Whatever. All right, Spirit. Why is this coming up for Scorpio now? Cosmic Light Council. You are being cleared, balanced, and stabilized through its 12 vibrational dimensions of light. Spirit just said it's step 10. So I don't know what else you're working on, Scorpio, what else you're doing. And here's equilibrium. Again, balance. Learning to balance yourself out. Not to lean from one extreme to the other, Scorps. That fish was in that collective reading, I believe. I talked about that Piscean energy. There it is. Learn to fight for yourself instead of other people. Use your energy appropriately. Masters, teachers, and loved ones, Scorpio. Look, she's like a bride who's been a bride, Mother Mary, I don't know. Look at her. It's all faded out. And you know what I think is really interesting is when I look at this card in the camera, it's clearer than it is when I turn it around and look at it. This person got two sides to him. It's like ironically weird to me. It's like looking at the Mona Lisa with her eyes moving, right? You see it clear from one direction, you see it from another direction. It's amazing. Like, I'm doing this again. Even though she's still blurry, she looks more clear in the camera lens than she does in person. Use the microscope, Scorpio. Investigate. Dig deep. Dive deep at this person. Look at them. Look at them on a microscopic level of every little thing. You need to. You have to. Masters, teachers, and loved ones, you are being guided by the divine. Allow your heart space to open and trust that we are here with you every step of the way. You will be protected so long as you listen to your intuition. You will be fine. It might hurt a little bit. It might sting. Might kind of pull the Band-Aid off of an old wound that's kind of scabbed. It might pull that scab back a little bit. Gross, I know. But it's going to give you a deeper reflection of yourself. So you know how to move forward later on. Okay? And as I say that, what's behind that one? The crossroads. There's that choice, Scorpio. Where are you going? Down the same old path or taking the road less traveled? Was it Elena? What's her name? Elena? She was on American Idol. She sings that song. Take the road less traveled. Oh, I got the chills. Take the road less traveled, Scorpio. Do the damn thing. All right. Final advice, and we're wrapping this up. Karmic relationship. I'm telling you, this is a karmic. You cannot make this shit up. There's your karmic right there. Resentments, triggers, perception, intensity, letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. That fleeting feeling, that feeling I had in the pit of my stomach a little bit ago, that nervousness. Is this a good butterfly? Bad butterfly. It's a bad butterflies. Old school. This is the shelf life. This shit. Like there's an expiration date. There's, to cut ties, to separate yourself from this. Look, love call comes out sideways. You know where to invest your love to, and it's supposed to be for the sake of unconditional love. You've learned what unconditional love looks like. You are rising from this. Yes, they're coming back in. I said give yourself patience and time through this. Do not make quick movement. Lighthearted, right? Moving on, understanding this is part of this test for you. It may devastate you. It may hurt your feelings, but guess what? What comes in behind that? Healthy choices and Cupid's arrow. Something that is actually genuine and better for you. So just be aware. Your feelings will be fine. You will get through it. You will understand it. You will reconcile with it. Even if you don't want to, you need to. But it will be okay. This person is a shithead. Send them packing. I don't care who it is. You will know. Great spirit. Great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Great awakening, Scorpio. If I can pick up the card. Great awakening and enlightened. The knowledge you seek is seeking you. There are no distorted versions of reality. This person, I said about that distorted looking card, right? I said it was like all blurry. I couldn't find the word distorted at the time. If it's distorted, it's not real. It's an illusion. Great awakening. It is time to cut through the veil. Here we are. Here we are. It's Halloween. Here's the veil. Here we are. Speak your truth to the collective and you shall be seen. Happy Halloween, Scorpio. Like, I got the chills. I got the goosebumps from head to toe. You know. Your energy is going to clear up. Everything is going to be fine. Goodbye to past behaviors. Goodbye to past people who don't serve your good. This is big. And I say that so often anymore. This is a big thing. This is a big deal, Scorpio. This is. You think about how far you've come. How you've learned to discern. Do you ever want to go back down that rabbit hole? No, you do not. So with that, there's really nothing to fear here, Scorpio. There's no need to be paranoid about it. Some of you could be having dreams about this, knowing that it's coming. Maybe you can't... A spirit saying maybe you can't recall all of them, but it's like you also have a feeling about like once it's like deja vu in a way, but I don't feel like it's like full-blown deja vu. It's like, oh yeah, I thought this day would come, for some of you. And here we are. Surprise, surprise. Get the popcorn out, sit down, and listen to their bullshit and go, okay, I'm good. Thanks. Good movie. We're done here. Yeah, Scorpio, just the veil is thin. Pay attention. All right? I'm leaving it there. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. I never say it right. To all of you. I hope your day is blessed. I hope if you've got children and you're out trick-or-treating, you're having a fantastic day. Let us know what y'all decided to dress up as if you're dressing up this year. So much fun. I love it. The costumes, the fun. Yay. Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed rest of Scorpio season, right? Happy birthday to all of you so very much. And even if you're a Scorpio rising moon or any other placement, happy birthday to you too whenever yours is. What the hell? Why not? Happy birthday to everybody. It's a beautiful year. And personal reads are open and available. Get a hold of me through the description box below, about section of the page. Sending you all so much love. I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.